Well, it's Monday, July 3rd. I'm back down at the family lodge at Greenbrier Lake. We're starting to have family members starting to show up for the family reunion on Saturday. A lot of people like to spend a week or two here. We had a storm come through this weekend, same one that blew out my power for 26 hours. And they lost the top of this oak tree up there. It's now sitting over half in the neighbor's yard. They've cut it up quite a bit, but it still needs to be cut up into firewood. Come down to do a couple little jobs and a visit. Everyone here is a relative or descendant of James and Louise. First thing I need to do, this brand new door I put in. Somebody was here last weekend, and probably one of the kids used a foot to open the door. It used to stick. Now I've got it to where it opens easily, so instead of checking it, they just knocked it out. I've got a spline roller here, or whatever they're called, and I'm going to attempt to put that back in, and then probably what I'll do is maybe put a little wood glue on it, try to hold it in place a little bit better. So I'm going to set you up here, and you can watch me do the mundane. First thing I need to do for my old bones is down a pad so this concrete doesn't eat me up. All you need to do is make sure that the screen is past the channel. I'll take it down a little bit, hold it in place, and then you take the side that has the groove in it, put it in where it's already in, and then just work your way slowly down. Doesn't have to go in the first time. And then I'll just slowly work my way down. As with everything I do down here, I'm not an expert at this. I've just figured it out on my own, and it may not be the right way of doing things, but it's the right way for me. I just push that in with my thumb a little bit, and then run the roller over it to snug it up. Just want to make sure I got plenty of screen hanging down. I may need to put a kick plate on the outside. I used to have kick plates on the outside, but what happens is they fill with leaves and other debris. No one ever cleans them out except for myself or my wife. So we just, I took them off when I replaced the door. But if people are going to kick the door to open it, I may have to put a kick plate out there. I'd like them not to kick it, because that's one of the things that when you kick it, you're going to loosen the joints. When you loosen the joints, it allows moisture or water to get down in there when it rains, and that's what causes it to fail. So there we go. That's back in, and now what I'm going to do is get a little bit of wood glue and put it a drop down all the way down here, hopefully holding it in place. I'd rather deal with that if the screen breaks out than have to put that spline back in all the time. The chances of that screen ever failing before the door does are probably pretty small, so gluing it in place is no big problem. I'll show you. It's one of the reasons I the utility room. need to get everything down. I've got some brushes, steel brushes, and scrapers and putty knives in this, and that's where I'm keeping that. I should probably put a new marker on that. I've scraped off what was there, and do that. And here I got some wood glue. Get down here again. Clean out the end of the nozzle. And then I'll just start squeezing a little bit, see where it comes in. There we go. I'm just gonna put a little on my finger and push it in. I don't know whether this will do the trick or not, but replaced the old screen door. It had the same problem. The young kids, or it could be the old kids, I don't know, had knocked it out. So we'll do that. And let's hope that works. If it just works through the reunion, which is next Saturday, I'll be a happy camper. Except I won't be camping down here. That's why I'm happy. When I come down, and if I like spending the night, I sleep out here on the pavilion or front porch, in the screens. That's more enjoyable to me than getting in a tent. So humid now, though. You wake up in the morning and everything's just coated with moisture. Here we go. And that is that. Need to replace a board on the pier. And I'll set you back up when we get ready to do that. Beautiful day, a little warm. This is what I want to replace. Get the swim noodles out of the way. You can tell people have been in the lake. But this one is rotting away. So I'd like to get rid of it. I brought down another board. And I don't think it's going to take much to get it up. Let me go get a pry, and between the shovel and the pry, I think I might be able to get it up. I'll probably cut it off down here at this seam, possibly even down here, so that these are offset. I'll put a cripple along the inside for something for it to sit on, and then I'll cut the board that needs to go there. So I got my toolbox with the pry bar in the back of my SUV. I'll get that and then we'll get started. This is my carpentry box I carry. Get out my big framing hammer, because it's got a big claw on the back of it, and get out my pry bar. This holder that I've got my phone in keeps wanting to go forward and lean forward. That's when I was doing my last video, it kept doing that. See if we can get this end up, and I'll go back, get a saw and start sawing part of this up. See if that's all. It's coming up quite a bit. I'm going to use my foot and hoping that I don't End up on my butt. Get another one in here like this. I may see if I can unscrew some of these. Some of these are not holding, but these on the end seem to be holding. Screws on the end, so I'll see if I can't unscrew them. Well, with treated lumber and deck screw, you can see the damage to the joist there. Well, I ran into some wasps down in here. I got rid of those. There's still a lot around, so I decided that last year there were some underneath this step. So I turned it over, and there must have been 20 of them flew out of there. I got it in both ankles, but I've sprayed them down now. There's a nest on this one, and a big nest there. Oh, there's 2 more nests down there. No wonder there's so many. I need to get the spray and spray these down. Ankles are sore. And I'll turn you off, put you in my pocket in case I gotta run for it. I need to cut a couple cripples. One for there for sure. Pretty soft too. One for there. That's still halfway decent. That one's still good, but it's gonna need a cripple. So 3 of them. See the ants coming out of the rotted wood. That is 5.5 inches gap, so if we make it an inch on each side, it'd be 8 inches. So I'll make them 8 inches, and hopefully I got something to hook onto there. Now, this is still solid back in here. I'm waving you around, but let's make this one about 11 inches. See how that works. 11 inches and 2 at 8 inches. I've got a piece of treated lumber back here. I'm just going to cut it out of this. Well, I found another nest under this board here that my foot's on. I ended up spraying it, had to wait a while, and then I was able to put a cripple on there, a cripple there, and a cripple there. So now I just need to measure.
part out.
It's done now.
It looks good.
Watch out for, I mean, there's still some wasps flying around, but they haven't bothered me now.
Okay.
There was another nest under the second board back from there, so I
Yeah.
sprayed it a while ago.
Okay.
But I think some of the stragglers are trying to find where home's at.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Okay. Well, thanks for the heads up.
And all that. I sprayed underneath and got rid of all the nests underneath that step, but every once in a while you see a couple flying around it looking for home.
Right. I see one down there. Well, good. Thank you. All right.
And after an hour or so, the bites stop bothering you anyway.
Ugh. I still don't want one.
Well, I came down to do a couple of jobs, and several people have started coming in for the family reunion. So we're going to take off, go over to Gas-Off Amish Village and eat at the restaurant. We do that almost every year. It's a little more of a down crowd this year, but I'll take a couple of videos of that. Well, we had a good meal, good company, and now I'm going to end the video with these tom turkeys up here ahead of us. So until next time, take care of yourself and be safe.